Hey guys, it's the section of violence here. We're gonna get into UFC. What's one is it? UFC Vegas 66, I believe. Okay, let's start off at the bottom. So we have Sergey Morozov versus Journey Newson. Now I really like this matchup, because Sergey does a lot of things really well, but the one thing he doesn't do well is take shots. He can take some, but I don't know. I feel like Journey Newsom has the potential to get a finish, but if you're gonna bet Journey Newsom, bet him by TKO. That's the only way I see him winning. I think Sergey's got this in the bag. He can win this however he wants. He has more tools in the toolbox. Sorry, Journey is definitely not someone you want to sleep on, but I'm definitely gonna ride with Morozov here. I think he is the better striker, better grappler. And I feel like he's going to be able to mix it up and control Journey and get the win. Um, he's going to win by unanimous decision. Moving on, we have Manal Kape versus David Dvorak. Now, this fight's a little different because I really like this fight. I don't know why it's on the prelims. Manal Kape is, man, he is so talented, but his output is a little bit of an issue. Fighting David Dvorak, that shouldn't be an issue because David Dvorak's output isn't very good. But he has to watch out for the calf kicks of David Dvorak. David is very, very dangerous, but I think I'm gonna have to give the edge to Manel Kape with that speed and just well-roundedness. I just really like Manel Kape's game. He's a very, very dynamic striker and grappler. I think he's gonna be able to cause a lot of problems for David. I'm gonna go with Manel Kape by unanimous decision. If he gets a finish, that'll be a really big statement in the division. So hopefully he gets a finish. Um, moving on, we have Brian Battle versus Renat Fakhretdinov. Now Renat, I was really close to just picking Renat, but the quality of competition isn't that good, and because of that, I'm gonna have to go with Mr. Brian Battle. Mr. Brian Battle, I feel like if he can push the pace with Renat, he could really gas him out. He's just so hard to keep down. He's so hard to take down. He's right back to his feet. He's always making you work. He's a better striker, in my opinion. The power advantage, well, I'd give to Renat, but I feel like Brian's fight IQ, the way he sees things, I think he's going to be able to win this fight. Steal a decision win. I think it's going to be a close fight, though, so I definitely won't be putting too much into this. But yeah, Brian Battle, man, definitely gonna be excited for this one. Moving on. Maheshate versus Rafael Garcia. Now, initially I was on Maheshate just because of the power, his height, um, but he doesn't have a grappling game. He has some grappling, but I feel like Rafa Garcia has just made that change in his camp, really made a good change. He's tough, he's hard to put out. I just feel like Mahashate's best round is round one. And I feel like Rafa's going to win a decision using his wrestling and his grittiness and just make it an ugly fight. Not give Mahashate that space he needs to throw that big right hand. I think Rafa is going to win this by unanimous decision or split decision. This is going to be a hard fight to call though because I do like Mahashate a lot and I do think he has the ability to pull an upset here with a big finish or even a unanimous decision. But let's go. This is another fight I'm really looking forward to. This is a really good card. Moving on, we have Side Nurmagomedov versus Side Yakub Kakhramanov. Now everyone's like on Side Nurmagomedov, like, oh my God, he's the next best thing. He's related to Habib somehow. He is not that good. He has good chokes, I'd say. He's good kicks. He's decent. I just feel like he gasses. And against a dog like Sajikov, it's a terrible matchup for him. I feel like could he catch a Sajikov in something? Yeah, but the chances of that I don't think are very high. So I think Sajikov plays it smart, smart pressure, and picks him apart. Um, I'm pretty confident in Sajikov. I I'd be very surprised if he does get finished. Pretty depressed to be honest because I really like my prospects and they just keep getting finished. So hopefully it's not Sajikup's time to get finished. I feel like he has a few more fights before he really gets tested. This is a test for him, but I feel like he's gonna pass this with flying colors. Let's go Sajiku. I'm on your team all day. Let's go. I'm gonna pick him by unanimous or split decision. Unanimous decision, split decision. Moving on, we have Jake Matthews versus Matt Semelsberger. Another fight which is really hard to call because Matt Semelsberger looks good against guys who he shouldn't look good against, and then he doesn't look good against guys where he should look good against. So I feel like this fight against a guy who he shouldn't look good against, he's still not going to look good against him just because of the losing streak. And I just feel like his confidence isn't going to be as high. He's not going to be looking for those big shots like he normally does. Yes, he'll be throwing them, but he won't be as confident with his shots. Could Jake Matthews get finished? Yes, but I just don't think with the stride Jake Matthews on right now, I think this is a new Jake Matthews, and this is a new and improved Jake Matthews, and I'm really excited to see what he can do here. I do predict a finish. Um, Maybe Jake Matthews by second round TKO. I don't know though. It's an interesting fight, and I just predict someone's gonna get finished. But yeah, Jake Matthews, we're riding with him. Let's go. Moving on, we have Cheyenne Vlismas versus Corey McKenna. Corey McKenna has like the shortest reach, I think, in the whole UFC. She is extremely good at like at jiu-jitsu, in my opinion. Not like a world caliber or anything, but she's really, really good. I feel like she'll have the advantage in the jits, but I just don't think she'll be able to get Cheyenne down. Cheyenne is extremely good at her takedown defense, extremely good with her cardio. She has better striking, better reach. I feel like she's just a better fighter in general. I'm gonna have to go with Cheyenne Blissmas to get the job done. I'm very confident in Cheyenne. I have, I just don't know how she loses this fight unless she gets controlled. I just don't see that happening. I think she's very, very good, and I think this is her statement-making fight, especially with her boyfriend Roman making waves. That's only gonna hype her up even more. So let's go, Cheyenne. I'm rooting for you. You're, in my opinion, the most beautiful girl in the UFC. If you guys have I'm gonna have a tier list soon, but if you guys have a better, I know you guys like Jesse Jazz. I know you guys like frick. I'm not even gonna get into it, but Cheyenne's my number one. So hopefully Cheyenne gets the job done. Let's go. Because then we'll get to see her more. So let's go with the next fight though. Michelle Oleksiejczuk versus Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage, man. I don't know what to say because he could surprise me and take Michelle down somehow and just control him, and I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see a way to win because Michelle has great takedown defense and great striking. I don't think Brundage is going to do well, and I think he's going to get finished early. I'm going to go with Michelle by round one TKO. I really like Michelle in this spot. I think Brundage's hype's going to come to an end. I feel like he's got lucky with the matchups. He landed a nice shot in his last fight, but I just don't rate him that highly. But yeah, this is going to be a fun fight. We're going in on Michelle. Let's go, Michelle. Let's just prove that Polish power that you're known for. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting scrap. Moving on, we have Drew Dober versus Bobby Green. Bobby Green, man, this is a hard fight to call. This is probably one of the hardest fights to call on the card. I love Dober, and I'm really, really thinking about taking Dober. I have not made up my mind yet, but I'll tell you where I'm leaning. I love Bobby Green. I love the what he does. I think he'll be able to edge rounds the way he showboats, taunts, head movement, boxing. I think he's a better striker. But that power. And if he gets drops, because he can get dropped, he's been dropped by Poirier. Like these things just don't go away. Yes, Fiziev didn't drop him, but you know what I mean. It's in. That's why I mean, like, I just think Dober's power is a little different, and Bobby's gonna need to really hurt Dober, and I don't know if that's possible. Dober doesn't get hurt, so for that reason, I'm gonna go with Dober ever so slightly, but I'm not completely sold yet because I do like Bobby by decision, but it's also a really hard fight to call. So we're gonna go with Dober, but I'm not confident. I'm gonna predict him by split decision. Moving on, we have Julian Erosa versus Alex Caceres. Now, initially, I was on Julian Erosa, just because I think he has really unorthodox striking, some decent jiu-jitsu. But the thing with this is the jiu-jitsu factor is completely nullified when you're fighting a guy like Alex Caceres, who has ridiculously good jiu-jitsu. Not to mention his striking is really, really, well, unorthodox but technical, and I feel like he's going to outstrike Julian Erosa. He was looking good against Sadiq Yusuf, except when Sadiq Yusuf just decided to bite down and throw. Julian has the capability to do that, but I just don't see his footwork doing well for him. He's not a pressure fighter, really. I don't see him as much as a pressure fighter. So for that reason, I'm gonna go with Alex Caceres here by decision. I just feel like he's gonna be able to out scramble Erosa. He's gonna be able to land the better shots. It's gonna be a point fight. That's how Caceres likes to fight. Unless he's kicking it to the ground, then that's where he does his best work. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting matchup. I'm gonna go with Caceres, but this is another hard fight to call. Moving on, we have Elmir Ilbazi versus Alessandro Costa. Now, Alessandro Costa, man, I do believe he's on roids, but man, he didn't look good at all, man. When he was on Contender Series, like, I get it, he fought an undefeated guy, but man, this guy wasn't that good, man, and he made it look so close. For that reason, I'm gonna have to go with Amir. I really, really like Amir in this spot. I feel like his grappling's far superior and his striking's pretty good too. He's got to watch out for that power. He could get chinned, but I'm gonna go with Amir here. He's a semi-lock. I wouldn't go with a lock. The odds are crazy. It's been tempting me to go the other way, but I just can't. Alessandro Costa is definitely on roids, but I just don't like his fight IQ, and I don't think he does anything particularly well. He's just all right at everything. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Amir Albazi here. Let's ride with him. Moving on, we have Arman Tsarukyan versus Damir Ismagulov. Man, what a fight. I don't even know what else to say, but what a fight. That's literally all you need to say right there. Uh, Ismagulov is an absolute tank. Great striker on the feet. Good grappling as well. The thing is, he's fighting Arman Tsarukyan in a 3-round fight. If this was 5 rounds, I would favor Damir a little more. But this isn't 5 rounds. This is 3 rounds, and that's when Arman does his best work. I think just being more dynamic, being more having more things in his toolbox. I think Armin's going to be able to win this fight. Potentially hurting Demir. I feel like he's just going to be able to be the bigger man and show why he's such a dangerous threat in the division. And I like Demir, but I just don't like the way he scraps. I mean, he's safe and he doesn't like to get hit, which is good, but he doesn't throw caution to the wind to get the finish. Like he'll settle for decision wins, whereas Armin loves to look for the finish. And I think in the 3 rounds, Armin's going to be able to catch Demir in one of the exchanges. But yeah, this is a hard fight to call because I really think Demir is underrated, but I also really like Armin, even though he let me down on my birthday and I could have won 10 grand. But yeah, besides that. We're riding with Armin here, and I have him by decision. Unanimous. Moving on. We have Jared, the Killer Gorilla Cannonier versus Sean Strickland. Man, I just love Strickland, man. I don't like if he gets chinned, great. Not great. Well, that's gonna suck. But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's very. I think the worst thing I'm tripping about is his leg kicks, the Jared's leg kicks. But he's not known for his leg kicks. He's known for having them, but he doesn't throw them that much. I think Strickland's gonna be able to deal with them. I just think his jab's a lot of gonna cause a lot of problems. I think he's just gonna be able to pop shot him. He's gonna have a good strategy. I really think Sean's gonna be able to finish him late. If not, take it to a decision. I really like Sean in this spot. Um, yeah, man. I'm riding with Sean. Hopefully it goes well. Didn't go well last time, but he didn't go well by the game plan. So there isn't really much of a game plan for this fight. So that's why I'm riding with Sean. He could strike with him and he could grapple. I really think Sean's gonna win this fight. I'm riding with my guy. Let's go. Quick recap. We got Sergey Morozov by unanimous decision. We got Manel Kape by unanimous decision. We have Brian Battle by unanimous decision. We have Rafa Garcia by split decision. We have Saidjakuk Kakhramanov by unanimous decision. We have Jake Matthews by second round TKO. We have Cheyenne Vlismas by unanimous decision. We have Michelle Jacek by first round TKO. We have Drew Dober by split decision. We have Alex Caceres by split decision. We have Amir Albazi by unanimous decision. We have Armin Tsarukyan by unanimous decision, and then we have Sean Strickland by fourth round TKO. These are my predictions. It's an interesting card. I really like the card. Um, but these are my top five predictions. If I could go, my most confident prediction would have to be hmm, it's a hard one. I'm gonna have to say Michelle Oleksiejczuk. No, let's go 85%. I like Cheyenne Vlismas at number two at 83%. I like Jake Matthews at 80%. I like Sean Strickland at 78%. And then we got a tie for fifth. I like Morozov and Cap for number five. All right, guys, those are my predictions, most confident predictions. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon for unified predictions, CFFC predictions. I got it all coming. Don't worry, guys. I'm sorry I haven't been posting the videos. I just got to get enough research for these fights so you guys get the money. I really hate losing, and this is why I study. Anyways, guys, see you in the next one.